Okay. Starting. Whew. How do I get this? Is this? Is it working? It looks like it's working. Hi. Give it another second for people to come in. If people are gonna come in. And tomorrow we'll have an actual announced stream. Alright, that sounds good. Hold on, let me turn the lights off. Come on. Is the sound good? Wait, let me sit back. From right here, is the sound good? Cool, perfect. So... the HUD's... Ooh. Hold on. The HUD's, the HUD functionally is not done. I still have to do this B and A stuff. I changed back to the old Zelda HUD for now. Andrew is working on a new one that is... Hold on, let me... 1 second. That looks like... Did I delete it? Where's my cycle? Hold on. 1 second. Okay. Did I delete it? I don't want to open my email. Anyway, it looks cool. It's has some more color than the old one, but it doesn't have space for the keys and the rupees yet. But let me turn this desktop sound down. Tell me if this is too loud. Cool, awesome. So, seems the keys part of the HUD only showed up when in dungeons. And yeah, what I could do, could just swap out for a different HUD texture or a different HUD scene and use the same script when doing overworld stuff, but at least for now in the tutorial series it's I mean it's the same thing, but we're not doing overworld, we're just doing a dungeon. But yeah, this is it. The hearts, I just wanna, before I show the code, I just wanna show that it does have quarter damage. So if I hit this guy, bam, the sprite sheet is just this. So and it works nicely because at frame 0 there are 0 quarters, at frame 1 there's 1 quarter, 2 quarters, 2 quarters, full heart at frame 5, or at frame 4, the 5th frame I mean. But what the code looks like, and Also, hearts should only drop if you don't have full health. Yeah, I could do that. I could probably do that. Hold on. So, this is what it looks like. So the first thing it does, there's an array for hearts, and this is just going to be keeping track of, so all of the heart scenes. The heart scene is just a sprite. It's just a sprite with all the frames set up. And then for in player max health, and I'm going to change how this looks a little bit. But, so for if the player's max health is 16, it's going to create 16 of those hearts and add it to that hearts array. And then in process, for heart in hearts, this is just the index for counting which heart it is. So if index is less than 8, I might not even have this in the video, or no, I will. But if index is less than 8, then the position, that's just for the top hearts. There's some arbitrary numbers here, but this is at x99 plus index times 8, so it's just gonna add, if heart 1 is just gonna be at 99, and then what? This is 1, so 99 plus 8. Why not have a 2D array? For what? I'm just using the arrays to keep track of the hearts. The arrays themselves aren't like really deciding where they are. But oops. Yes, and then that's for lesson 8, and then this is just more dumb positioning for the second row. Now this is going to find the last heart. So do I need this? Yes, I do. So the last heart is not like the last total heart, is not this or whatever the max health is. It's the last heart that has the last heart that isn't empty, right? So if index is greater than last heart, so that will just set the rest to the empty frame. If index is last heart, then that will do this. It'll take the HP. So if the HP is like 6.75, so 6 hearts and 3/4 of another heart, then it'll subtract floored HP, so 6, round down, and then multiply that by 4. So that will be 0.75 times 4, and that will be frame 3. So it'll be the 3/4 frame. I'll explain that better in the actual video. And then for the rest, if it's before last heart, then just set it to the full heart. And then those were from the last stream. But yeah, there's I'll probably figure out a better way to do the positioning than this. I'll probably have a heart scene that shows all of them, and then I'll figure it out for the video. But functionally it works perfectly. And you only have to play around with the positioning once, depending on your project, and then that's it. But the whole project's looking, it's definitely not complete, but if I took a screenshot of this, the only thing people notice is like, oh, why doesn't it have any items? But it's looking pretty good. And then we still need a win goal, a goal, something just to get at the end of the video. I was wondering if you'd post videos that I can watch. Yeah, I will. Oh, I guess I didn't put it in the description. Hold on. These tutorials are I'm just working on, or these streams are, I'm just working on the next tutorial. Yeah, I'm gonna update the description. Everything covered in stream will be in a future video. These are not the actual tutorials, all caps. Cool. Hey Maxim. And Danny, I am not, because there's a huge disconnect between the sounds when I hear one from Zelda and then I pick up the key and I'm like, oh. It's different because they don't sound similar. Well, once there's more sound effects, and I'll just replace all of them. But yeah, there's a fly in my room. That's, can you get it? No. But yeah, this is looking pretty good. The rupees don't really do anything, but it's nice having another thing fly out of the enemies. And yeah, so now I want to do game overs, I guess. I don't have all the sprites to have like a cool little animation for Link. Or let me see what sprites I have. Cause also, it says the stream health is it's yellow right now, but that's what it always is when the streams were working well. I haven't seen it go red. Has it been buffering at all? Cause it seems no one said anything yet. What sprites do I have? This is not the full sprite sheets. Oops. I think it's on my desktop. Or not. I think I deleted it off my desktop. Hold on. Okay. Here's the sprites. So here are all the player sprites currently have. Not really anything I could use for player's deck. For now, I'm just gonna have them blow up in a puff of smoke like all the enemies. And then we just need a different scene for game overs. And then something to go back to this scene. I also want to start like saving how many rupees he has. Yeah, in Link's Awakening, it's I googled this the other day. Spins over and then he has that little dump. But for now, I just want to do having this show up, and it's just gonna be like continue or something. So let's see. I guess I'm just going to use guess I'm just gonna use this one. Or no, let me find a game over inspiration. Ah, forget it. There's gonna be a real one soon. But now you get a taste of why I have someone else doing the sprites. art. Okay. Just have them fly off the screen and disappear in the background. Game! I'll have that for mine. Should this be a canvas layer? Canvas layer and sprite. I don't think it matters, but I'd rather have all the UI in one thing. Even though this is gonna be a totally different scene. Whatever. Sprite. Or background. Okay. I don't think it needs different, like, save and quit, save and continue. Because, no, we're not doing saving at all. That's for another day. So this is what it looks like when you lose. Cool. And then you'll probably press enter, maybe. And then it'll just bring you back. I guess that'll take 2 seconds. I guess the fun part of doing game over is having all the animations and all the cool stuff. This is just move to a different scene and then later move back. But, hold on. If health is less than or equal to 0. How do you change scene? Oh, I have it right here. I think I need a global script now to keep track of rupees and the current scene and all that, whatnot. But UI, game over. So let's try, let's set the health lower and try dying. 3 hearts. Ouch, 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 ouch. Cool. It needs much more pizzazz. And we also need to be able to go back. I don't remember how this works. How does the input function work? I gotta Google it. what is unhandled input? How did I do it back in the olden days? Oh wow, this is bright. Oh, this is very bright. What happened here? Huh. That is odd. Oops. Okay. I just don't remember how to do this, because I don't want a process function. Input, E. If E is action press. Oh! Pff. And then I want it to be whatever works for start key. Enter. Start will be enter. So we need that for inventory too. And I'm just gonna copy and paste this. Or no, copy and paste this. We need to keep track what scene it is too. Ouch, 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 ouch. Ow, ow. What happened? Oh, 'cause I'm dumb. Ow, ow. Okay. Cool. Try that again. Alright. So... I think... For now, let's just have him spin around for a little bit. And then spawn the enemy death animation, the puff of smoke. So I think we should just delete the player, because we don't want any input or any of this stuff to be there. Have a new scene, player death animation. Player death. Yeah, let's do that. New scene. And it's just going to be a sprite. Oops. With I'd like to have no, this is fine. Because I just don't want to have to keep changing this every time. But I also don't want a totally different sprite sheet for the same thing, so whatever, never mind. Animation player. So let's have this last 5 seconds. We also want the background to fade white and also have all the entities freeze. So we could use like the pause, all this pause stuff, I guess. But once I start playing with pause, I always forget what is and isn't using pause. So pause is going to be saved for... No. We'll have a signal that just turns all the processing off, I guess. We'll see. We'll see. Pause might work. This is a good use for pause. I just don't want to overuse pause and then forget what is and isn't pausing and what can and cannot move, you know? Okay, can you copy and paste stuff? Yes. Have it happen like 3 times. What doesn't work about it? It's annoying to use, but once you get it, it makes sense. Also, I would love to just have this, What's difficult with H-frame and V-frames? It's just, how many images are there? I guess your sprite sheets have to all be equal and stuff. Yeah, just put in as many frames as you have. It might just be the way your sprite sheet's built then. Also, stream health is green. Nice. Do I want him to explode? Kinda. Should I use... What's the script for this look like? Yeah, I'll just use this. I guess I'll just have a separate sprite. I just want to use one script for this. Plus, this is gonna be changed, so who actually cares? So that's at what, 8 frames. Where's visibility? Oh shit, this is gonna... Ugh, damn it. This is gonna... This should just be a node. Do I have to redo all that? Yep. It's not much. Yeah, oops. Did not plan this out. Oh, can I just, will this work? Please. But... hold on. But I did it. What's wrong? Fine. Just do it again. Oh, because I didn't give it a sprite. Alright, work. Nice, cool. That works. Oh, whatever. Oh, and still needs script and stuff. So just gonna go ahead and copy the enemy death script. Also, don't need that. So now we're going to move this here, and then this is going to, this is a new function I just made. It'll just create something there. You should be able to make that a little more generic, like enemy death. Do you mean the enemy death? Probably. Well, enemies should be the only things dying around here besides the player, which needs its own. But whatever, it's just naming stuff. Enemy and player death can be inside. No, because the player death specifically needs to change the scene, and it has a different animation and stuff like that. And then just... Okay, let's see what doing this is gonna... This should crash the game. This should crash the game. Yes, because... Oh, that's not why I thought it would crash the game. What you talking about? You know how to instance? You've been instancing. Oh, because it is wrong. So this should crash the game for a different reason. It crashed, but that wasn't the crash I was looking for. Okay. Oh, that's also not the crash I was looking for. What else? What else you got for me? No, it should be crashing because the camera doesn't know where the player is, or something like that. Or the HUD doesn't know what the player is. Yes, here it is. So, I think what would be better than having all these checks to see if the player exists, actually that would probably be the best one, but I'm just gonna hide it and have die. It's called state, right? Dead. So we're just going to make it not work. What happened there? What happened? Why didn't he hide? Interesting. Hold on, let's try that again. So let's set the health to 1. What's happening? Because it's like drawing each frame over the last frame. Oh, it's continuing to do so, isn't it? I get it. This is state does not equal dead. How about that? Poof. And this is also temporary. Oh, I don't want that to be 2D. Just regular. This is temporary, but let's get an enemy death in here. -20 because I know that's going to kill everyone's eardrums. And play it. Ow. Is it -20? I don't remember what I set it to. This is temporary. This is very, very, very temporary. Okay. Oops. Didn't play. Cool. It's supposed to play. Why is that 2D now? Didn't it just... You know what? Don't care about sound effects right now. Well, I do a little bit. Also, this should be like 8 seconds. No, I don't care about sound effects right now. Because he shouldn't explode, he should just switch to another sprite. So that works. Now we need all the enemies to freeze, and we need the background to change colors. Wait, can I respawn? Bam! Cool. Look, we can die as much as we want. Cool. So let's do the things I just said, which was make everything else freeze. So we need a signal. How am I going to connect the signal to everything? Is this when I start getting global functions and stuff? Because the keys and rupees and stuff should be global and should be saved on something else. I don't want all this just on the player scene. I think. We're gonna do that. Perhaps just have the observer be the scene itself. Yeah. Well, Then that could pause all the rest of the sprites. Yeah. 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 Alright. Or I don't even need a signal. Yeah, I'll just tell the player's parent to pause. Huh. So how does pausing work? Haven't done this in a while. Wouldn't that cause the player to pause too? Well, I'll set the player death to I'll set its pause mode to process. do I pause? I don't remember. Don't remember how this works. Was it my global? Because I think I use globals for everything here. Well, not that one. Let me think. Oh, it was the root seed tree thing. Okay. So if not pause, set pause true. Is it just set pause true? In the scene script, under process, if player state equals dead, scene pause. I think I don't even need a scene script right now. And I'd rather not have a screen script. Or at least not right now. Does it get tree pause? Set pause. So this should just freeze the game, and I'm hoping that this freezes all the animations, because I'm not sure if pause affects everything or just process. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. And I don't even need this anymore because everything's gonna be frozen. Oh, I don't think I could use this instance scene thing here. Yeah. Alright. Okay. This should be it. Cool. Alright. It needs polish, but that's what I was going for. Animation could be shorter. I'm not gonna I'll worry more about this once I have more to work with. But yeah, player could die now. Oh, I still want it to fade to white. So I'm gonna Google a better way of doing this right now, because I have something in mind and it's probably not good. Because what I'm thinking make a screenshot of this scene. Load the next scene under viewport so you have... Why would you do that? Because what I'm thinking is just having a white sprite that is over the screen and fade it in. You know? That's what I did here. Fade white. It's just PNG, and then I don't know where the scene is. But and it looked like this. Oh, this is so bright and colorful. I kind of want to make the new one bright and colorful. But I like this too. That's the fade white. So that's one option. Oh, this is... Yeah, I still need to get this holding stuff out to work. And the sword is so fast in this. The sprite is like 3 times longer, but... This version definitely feels a lot like Zelda. And can you pick up with hearts? Yeah. With the sword, I mean. Yeah, soon it'll be like this. 2-year-old project still feels a lot better. This one feels better because it... Well, this one... I like this one too. This one's more basic. It looks better, I think. Bam. Cool. So the fade to white. How do you take a screenshot of the current scene? Because that'll work too. Mini boss drop heart container. Yeah, I could do that. I'll have it start with like 3 hearts and you get another one. No, like how do I get... I make Godot take a screenshot. So this one will save it to file. And actually, I know that, I don't know. I feel like just having the white box fade in and out will be better. Unless the viewport... Can you mess with the viewports colors? Since it's a black game over, it should fade to black. Yeah, it should. You're right. Or no. Or maybe. Or, cause it's not... Oh, I do have to use the sprite. Because it's just going to... Or no, yeah, it could be black. It could be whatever. We'll do black. Because it's just gonna be everything behind the player sprite. The player death. So everything... Why am I using my hands? You can't see that. Yeah, okay. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We are going to use a sprite. $160. Oops. And we're gonna... Oh, let's just put it on in here. How about that? Wait. No. Just kidding. Can I just... I'm wondering if I could just make this like some generic image and then. But no. We'll just use the one I just made. Where did I put it? There it is. And you know what? We're just gonna make it bigger for right now. I'm still playing around with this, and I'll find a better thing to do for the video. But if it works, it works. So make it bigger than the screen could be, so it doesn't matter where it is. We're gonna have the player death way up over what other things are. This is going to be, oh, it is higher. Right? It's not lazy if it's faster and works perfectly. Is it? Whatever. Yeah, it's behind me now. So let's start with the modulate. Down here. This modulate. Maybe make it. Alright, let's try that. A little faster, but it worked. It's working. Let's have it last 1 second. Damn. I think you can use canvas item rectangle. Ooh, that's better. Oh, nice. Cool. Awesome. That's better. Thanks. Awesome, thank you. Wait, that would just be... Wait, if it's a canvas item? Just checking. If it's a canvas item, will it... No. Just kidding. Okay. Or can I? I feel like... there's something here. What's focus? What's clip content? Put it inside a node, perhaps? Yeah, I'm thinking that canvas layer. I'm thinking canvas layer will do it. But can canvas layer be under this? No, it cannot. Okay, we're just gonna make it really big. Oh, I didn't update this. Alright, how about it? Works for me. Now, that heart, it's not giving. I mean, the HUD should always, or the HUD should always be pause mode active. It should. Yeah, I could have the HUD check if the player's health is 0, and if it is, then hide. Wait, why not keep that all in the same place here? This is a mess, but it'll be clean. That looks great. Oh. Hide. But is that what it's called? It's lowercase. Root, HUD. True that. Probably should do that for everything. No, that's an instance. What are you talking about? Does it have to be node HUD? If it is, then I'm just gonna do the old one. Because I don't necessarily know what the, What are you doing? What's it called? It's HUD! What am I doing wrong? Get node, dot, that. Yeah, that looks good to me. This is gonna work. This one is gonna work. Because now it's lowercase. You're using relative versus absolute path. Is it HUD and not HUD? This should be it. Oh, it's because canvas layers can't hide. Alright, well how do I make you disappear? What if I just delete it? Pfft. Who cares? Because it's gonna come back later. Oh, I want it to fade out. That would look better. But this also looks fine, too. No, yeah, I like this. That works. Oh, this is cool. I like this. Yeah, this is good. This is how I want it. Minus the explosions. Also, I just saw it buffer. That seems to be working fine. The stream, I mean. But this is good. This is working. I just want to see how it would look with white and if the transition will be too jarring. It's also going to depend on what Andrew comes up with for the... I like that just because you could see the edges of the player. It's more defined. The screen transitions is not good though. But this is gonna be changed. I like the white. You know what? How about we make it a non-issue and see how this looks. I mean, that's gonna look very amateur-y. Red would look cool. Cause that looks dumb. But red would be neat. In a Zelda game that wouldn't fly, but so far this is looking grimmer than a Zelda game. And then we'll switch the. Again, this doesn't matter because this is just it's temporary. Oh, Zelda 2 does do that, you're right. Yeah, alright. Might be. Oh, that looks cool. I like that a lot. Yeah, Zelda 2 when you're falling down the holes especially. It's terrible. But this looks good. Ah, cool. It's feeling more and more like an actual game. Not like you could lose. You are death. Alright, let's I wanna try to kill all the enemies without dying. Oh shit. Drop a heart. Drop a heart. Come on, please. Alright. Yeah, I should add a timer for the items. What I should do is I should have. Oh, damn it! Alright. I should have all the. Yeah, I should have a. Because all of the pickups have this. Basically the same exact script, so I should have one pickup script. Yeah, that's next. I could have one pickup scene probably. Just change the sprite? Nah. Or if you leave an area. Area ones, that's faster. Or actually, did I do that? I think I did that already. I might have done that. Hold on. I don't remember what script it is, but let's test it. Did not. Cool. Where's my camera script? Oh, I did it for rupees. Well, this isn't a time pickup. This is just for removing itself at the end of the game. Or no. Is it because they're not areas? Yeah. Oh. Oh no. They have to be areas. No, they have areas. I just had to give it to Are they all named that? That's a question. What? Why isn't it working? No, that disappears. Did I aim at the same thing? Disappears, yep. This will work. My bad. This works. Really? I think you can call a key free on any object in the disappears group. I mean, it's because I was checking areas. I was checking bodies and not areas there. What happened? What did I do? Oh no! It's not letting me reset. What? Hold on. That's odd. Interesting. The camera has an area, but that doesn't have disappears. Yeah, if area get groups has disappears, body queue free. Area queue free. Oh, because it's checking. Okay, that makes sense. Because it's checking the parent. My bad. It's just my terrible naming conventions. It's deleting the groups. There we go. Cool. Yep. Let's die. I love that so much. That looks really cool. That doesn't look really cool, but it'll look cool soon. Alright, this is feeling like a game. Let me think. So, we still need to do auto tiles. I'm just thinking what tutorials we have to do to get it up to this point. Auto tiles, rupees, hearts. Oh, I moonwalked back there. Ha, cool. Whatever. Auto tile, rupees, hearts, arrows, moblins. Yeah, that's it. Those are auto tile, rupees, hearts, moblins. That's what, 4 or 5 episodes, and then we're here, and then one more for the game over. All right, cool. That's a couple weeks. Maybe out of scope, but level editors. I want to. It won't be for a tutorial, or if it is for a tutorial, it'll be a totally separate thing than Zelda. But I want to make. I've been thinking about this because I want to make a full project out of the Zelda thing besides just what's happening in the tutorials. Like, I want to make a game without using this engine without feeling pressured to make a video for it. I'm not sure if I want to make a roguelike with randomly generated stuff, and I've been thinking in my head how I'd do that. Or level editor, have Zelda Maker, like Mario Maker, and then have the levels able to be, like, dungeon saved. And I think someone actually made that and it got cease and desisted. Yeah, Nerdist did an article and it probably got the attention of Nintendo. Yep. So, I could do that, but it's, oh yeah, I remember this. It was really cool.
What's up, people? Bob on Dunk here.
Yeah, this was really cool. It looks like it's more for overworlds. Oh, I want to do cliffs. These cease and desist projects should always go to the fighting herds route and just take the game and replace the assets with the original one. Yeah. This one totally could have done that. But they were definitely probably banking on the fact that it's Zelda, because there's a lot of different things where you can make your own levels like this, but this one was, hey, this is Zelda and you can make your own levels. It's Mario Maker but Zelda. Yeah, this is probably the one already in the wild, but other games like I don't know, AM2R, you can't exactly make a Metroid 2 remake and then just change the assets. But here's the thing. Hot take on AM2R. People are very upset that Nintendo shut that down, right? Because it's a really good game and they made them stop, right? But here's the thing. I followed AM2R since I was like, what, 10. I followed it for like 7 years. And they had multiple demos. Solaris, yeah, I know what you're talking about, yeah. There's also Zelda Classic, which lets you make stuff. I played a ton of Zelda Classic games. This is probably the best well-made one, and Solaris is for Link to the Past, but I don't think it's as polished as this. This one lets you make Zelda 1 games. It's cool. But AM2R was in development for like 7-8 years or something like that. 2006 to 2014-15. 10 years ish. And it wasn't a secret. He had a website. He had multiple demos. He had another fan game, Metroid Confrontation. Look up Super Metroid Link to the... I actually did last week on stream. I was looking at it. I forgot what the topic was, but yeah. But AM2R had multiple demos. It had a full prototype, Metroid Confrontation, which I tried speedrunning a ton, that was released, and it was Metroid. But people are complaining, why'd they take it down? So AM2R, before it released, had a month-long countdown. I remember writing my calendars, waiting for that game, because I was so excited about it. I played every demo, played Confrontation a ton. And, it had a month-long countdown until version 1.0. So, and news sites were covering that. They were saying, hey, there's gonna be a Metroid 2 remake in a month. And Nintendo let it be. Then a week after it released, so they let it release. A week after it released, they went to their website and sent DMCAs to their download, just their downloads. They did not send him a full thing to stop. Now he kept going. I guess that was kind of their intent. Hey, stop doing this. But he kept going for another 2 weeks. He knew that, okay, now we're definitely on Nintendo's radar. I could get some bug fixes out. After like 2 or 3 bug fix patches, then he got the cease and desist. I'm happy that Nintendo let it go for a month and a half after them saying, hey, it's gonna be released in a month, and then a few weeks of bug fixes. Nintendo let that survive. And then, yeah, they took it down when Samus... It wasn't when Samus Returns was announced or released. It was about a year beforehand. Or maybe 2 years before it was announced. But it was... Samus Returns was definitely in development. So, if people are still mad, even though they know that Nintendo is making their own Metroid 2... And... Don't get mad. They're allowed... They're supposed to take down fan games. Whatever. Project M, they I don't know what happened with Project M. I think the Project M team knew that they should take it down because they could get legal trouble. I'm not sure if Nintendo was talking to them already, but Nintendo sponsored events that there were like side attorneys for Project M. They kind of, or no, they didn't do that. They told them to stop doing it. But they were definitely aware of Project M. They just said, hey, you can't do it at this tournament because we're sponsoring this, and it's gonna look bad if we're sponsoring a tournament with an unofficial fan game. Would it be awesome if Nintendo endorsed it? Yeah, but they have their own games to sell. Hey, Sega did it. Sega did it well. Capcom also did Mega Man Mega Man, or Capcom endorsed this fan game. No screenshots, cool. Yep, see, this is a fan game. Yeah, it was a Mega Man, it's a Mega Man game, but you fight people from Street Fighter. It's pretty cool. Mega Man X3 was the last Mega Man X game I played. I'm not sure, Maxim, are you still here? We played Mega Man X and X2, and like in the span of a week, and then tried doing X3, and then it was too tiring. But yeah, that's my fan game rant. I'm trying to make fan games too, but if Nintendo wants to shut me down, it's their right. It would be amazing if they endorsed it, but they have their own games to sell. And then people get mad when they take down piracy sites. Shut up. Yeah, they have Virtual Console to sell. You could get mad that they don't have Virtual Console on Switch. That's something you could get upset about. That's something that I was expecting to launch with the Switch. Then at least the first E3 have it, but even the second E3 they didn't have it. But not having Virtual Console also is what's keeping the indie scene thriving on Switch. At least that's what I read. I don't know if how much Virtual Console will affect indie sales. And I think next week is when Paid Online is coming. Because they said September. I think they said late September, but on the Switch, should I even be showing this on stream? On the Switch Hacks subreddit, they found out that a new update that's gonna break Homebrew is coming out next week, ish. They believe it's gonna be next week. Yeah, them getting the ROMs for the NES and SNES Classic is funny. But anyway, they think that they know that the next update's gonna break Homebrew, and they know that Paid Online is gonna be included, which means we're gonna get the 30 NES games on Switch next week ish, next month for sure. But cool, we get Zelda 1 for the millionth time. I do think it's cool that there's online multiplayer. Like, I guess you could play Super Mario Bros. 3 with someone else, kind of like live streaming it to someone else. Is Zelda 2 gonna be out on the Switch? I kind of prefer playing all these classic games on my 3DS. Because D-pad and I don't know. But if it's on the Switch, then cool. I never got Virtual Console on the Wii U. They should totally make BS Zelda. The BS Zelda patches are really cool, but there's always gonna be something about them that doesn't make it perfect. I wish that they had a version of these BS Zeldas that had that has the classic Zelda 1 dungeons, because these all have the new ones, which is cool. It's kind of like a third quest, but you know. Yeah. Okay. Lots of rambling. What else is there to do right here? Oh, I mean, what am I talking about? There is Zelda Classic. I was talking about it earlier. They have Zelda Classic. I think. Yeah, I played my first 100% playthrough of Zelda 1 was actually in Zelda Classic with a texture pack that makes it BS Zelda. This is not the website. Did they take down the old website? Oh, I think they took down the old website. Um, it looked like this. It looked exactly like this, but this is a different fan game. Hi, Luke. Yeah, it had BS Zelda graphics with the original dungeons, all that. But I wish they did it for BS Zelda so you could play it on SNES. You could play it on a SNES emulator. But whatever. I love this death animation. I still need to change the explosions, but I love it so much. And I'll get sound effects later once I know exactly how I want to do it. I shouldn't be copying Zelda so closely on this either. I gotta think of something neat. Yeah, sorry, Link. This is the first time in any of my Zelda projects, because I restart my Zelda project like once a year. First time I actually put dying in the game, so I feel pretty good. Just remember, they can't sue you for copying game mechanics. Yeah, they could tell me to stop though, and I'll listen. I mean, I'm trying to be as safe as possible with Nintendo, with the potential Nintendo seeing me. There's not going to be a lawsuit. Don't quote me on that, because in 3 months, when I'm getting sued, there'll be a lawsuit. But if they tell me to stop, I'll listen, because this is pretty dang close. I'll change everything around. I'll stop the tutorial series. I'll start a new one with more generalized. Because this tutorial, this tutorial series is like, here's how you copy Zelda 101. If it gets taken down, I might do a redo like later. I want to do a different series too. But I'll do a redo later, and have it more generalized. Here's how to do like things not relying on other episodes as much, you know. But I also really do like the step-by-step how to make your own Zelda game. Smooth scrolling transition would be neat to see too. The reason I'm holding off on that is because I was working on that when I did the screen transition originally, and I couldn't think of a good way of doing it. Because what it has to do is you have to walk up, the player has to push up on it for a second, and then the screen will move over to the other one, and then the player's movement will resume. So smooth scrolling's not on the agenda right now. I'm thinking of what other major game mechanics does the game need for, like, I've been calling it Season 1, making a dungeon. Probably the HUD. Do you still have that project? I could look at the source code and see if I can figure out the equivalence. But not tonight. I think I might do these tonight. Or no, I have to do those once I do inventory. If I do these, it'll just be a static image. Static image for the B and A slots. Oh, neat. Did you win? Is there another line? Because I'm seeing lots of Harry Potter. Oh, I think I found it. I found it. I don't have any of the stuff to look at this right now. I'll do it after stream. But thanks, yeah, I'll figure it out. I'd like to get smoother screen transitions in soon. And if it doesn't conflict with anything too much, I think for the written tutorial, I'm trying to keep parity between the written video tutorials, but I might just have the smooth one for the written tutorial. We'll see. I think 3 hearts. Should I do like an enemy right now? I want to do a boss. But I don't have any of the sprites or ideas to... Yeah, I don't... I'd like to brainstorm a boss right now, but I'd also like to make something. What kind of boss? So the boss should use the arrows, because that's the only item I got. How about the dragon from the original Zelda? Yeah, that's what I was trying to do that on my old Game Maker project. Let's see if I still have that on. Because I might even have all the graphics. Yeah, Andrew, this live stream is... Honestly, what I was expecting to happen was I was gonna run it, and then it was gonna lag too much, and then I was gonna stop. But it's been working. I forgot it was Thursday, and I'm trying to live stream every Thursday. Also, I have the HUD, the old HUD right now. Oh, I sent you an email, actually. But what was I gonna say? I think what would be a cooler... What was it called? The not Aquamentus, the other... Zelda 1 Hydra. Gleeok? Yes, this guy. Yeah, the 3-headed one. I'd like to... Something similar to this? Hold on. How do you spell it? Let's see. Yeah, I know how to do all... Wow, you killed him. Oh, he's over there. I think one of the later ones has 3 heads. In the original Zelda. So this one's... I don't want to copy this exactly. But something... The same idea, except... How about... Having 1 head... two like arms or something that have something you have to hit with an arrow, and once you hit both of them, the head opens up. That sounds simple, but still kind of interesting. Or you know what? How about I do something even easier and add heart containers right now? Let's do that. So I gotta change this max health into it. If I change this into a variable for the player, will it break everything else? No, it doesn't. Except that's not correct. How do I make it so I could change the max health? I guess it just shouldn't be... No, because it's still counting the original max health as 1 here. I guess that should just... Maybe that should just be a variable. That shouldn't hurt too much. No. Let's see. What if I just delete and remake the player, but the max health? I mean, when... Okay. At some point, this is gonna be like... It's gonna be something like that. So, when we do... Because I need to do this global script for all this stuff. I think. Or at least have saving and loading to change the stuff in this script to something in like an ini file. So it's starting to feel like I have to think to do that. Can you initiate a player suit in the globals? What do you mean? So attach player scene to the globals autoload. Yeah, I could just use the player as autoload. But then the player's loaded even when we're in like the title screen and stuff. I feel like just having a script that's just holding some different stuff. So touch plays. I'm not totally getting what you're saying. I don't know. I've been avoiding making this global script just because I feel like people are gonna be like, oh no, you shouldn't use the global script for this, you shouldn't use it for that. But just saying, the things that I do want to use it for are listed in the docs. There is no common place to store information. A player's items. Blah blah blah. Global script is useful for this, right? Right. I'm saying right. So, I'm already using one for sound effects and directions. So let's just make another one. And start moving things over. Or I don't need. Or no, yeah. And then when the arrows, yeah. Thanks, Jaggy Games. Well, we'll do bombs once we add them. The arrows definitely. So we'll just. Oh, we need to set the auto load. Engine. Global. Yeah. And then. Oh wait. No. So it can't be this constant. Can it? Alright, forget all that. We'll mess with we'll mess with this once we do saving and loading. For right now, everything works inside the player script. Forget everything I just said. How are we gonna... I guess I should just change it to a variable? Right? I'm wondering if you should change the entity one to a set of functions. What, like the... Cause what I'm thinking... Hold on, let me just... I also feel like the speed should be a variable, because there could be times where you could... Max health, get max health. Wait, hold on, just 1 second. When you define get max health to return global's max health. I have, but then I was told that I was using it incorrectly, so what exactly do you mean? You could link it in the Discord. But what I'm thinking right now is move all these constants to variables, have some sort of function in the entity script to initialize it for each guy, and then it'll work. I'll just move this bit right here. Because I should not have been using constants for this stuff. Maybe I should. Oh no, I'll wait until you send the stuff that could fix this. Okay, what's going on here now? Max health 3. Hold on, I think I might be dumb and there's an entirely different problem going on here. Yep. But... Oh, no, it's because No, I just did that. Never mind, just kidding. 3 hearts, cool. Max health, set max. What's the difference between doing this and, just setting... Wait, hold on. Makes it so you can do entity... max health is 30. But can't you just unmask the global's access? But couldn't I just do global max health equals 30? Yeah, I'm not... Like, I'm seeing how this works, I'm just not sure, functionally what the difference is. I don't know. I might just be dumb. And the enemies, you should set the local value instead. Enemies. Does that make sense? But couldn't I just do max health equals value? Right before player, you won't select it on the global value, masking it. The code will essentially be the same. Oh, yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. Okay. Okay, I get it now. So you could use the same, this equals that without having to mess with the, okay, I get it now. Yeah, cool. Sorry, that took me a while. Okay. Okay, yes, so that's still gonna, one thing that I also realized while doing this is I still don't have any of the, I don't have the sprite in the player sprite sheet for the da-na-na-na thing. So should I move all this stuff to global right now? I could start turning these stuffs into, yeah, one more thing that I forgot with the sprite sheet is right now when the player dies, I just have him exploding. If you could just have him like all slump down. That would be cool. Okay. Okay. So should I do this right now? If I'm not going to do this right now, I definitely just don't want this. Ooh, what if I had fairies? No, not now. I feel like I'd rather not do a ton of restructuring or refactoring on stream. And I'm just sitting around, oh, why isn't this working for another half hour? So, how about I just add like the boomerang or something? Or no, I should be sticking to stuff that's gonna be on the tutorials right now, right? Or should I do fun stuff? How about I make the sword pick up? Oh, I was supposed to, a while ago, I was supposed to make all these one pickup script. I'll do that right now. That's what's happening. Wait, no. Let's do something easy real quick before I spend the rest of the time wondering. Alright, see you, Andrew. So, disappears equals false. Oh. What? What's wrong with this? Oh. Because I put on the wrong place. So this, I just want a little checkbox on each of the pickup scenes that lets it know whether or not it should. Wait. I can't just tell it to do... I should have all this stuff in an array, or a dictionary, or something. I think. A dictionary would work. I should put all the players' stuff into a dictionary. Like, stuff that he owns. Keys and rupees for right now. Oh, but the hearts won't work. Because how will I tell it which variable to increase without if statements? You know? Because what I want to do is I want to say item equals rubies, and then this would be the item, because I don't think using get would work, because I think it I think it expects that to be a known thing, right? If I did like a dictionary, then I could say, I could find the key for that. This should work? Let's try it. Put your sound effects in a bit. This is it. Can assign to an expression. Ugh. I could just have a long-running list on what each of these are. Or what if I just... No. Because I could have the other stuff extend from pickups. But no, because it's the same problem. Hold on. You don't have the type in rupee? I don't. What? Why? Doesn't extend that to no. Let me think. I wish just get item and set item would work here. I feel like that would make sense. Oh. I could... Because I'd like to, I guess I could just keep having all this stuff. I'll just have this stuff extend from the pickup, because there's going to be a lot of common code for the pickup stuff. I guess if I just have this as a base class, it'll work out. So this will be dependent on that. But extends. I was just hoping. I was hoping that I would figure out how to just make it all on one script. But who cares? Pick up. I could even have. I could have the sound effect there. How do I, what are all the export hints? Ah, that was really loud, Jesus. Strings as path. Export string file. That sounds good. Equals. And by default, I have this. So on Rupee, has to load because we don't know. These could be constants. Can you export constants? No. Cool. Does that mean I have to set it? Wait. Oh, no, I don't have to worry about that. I don't, whatever. So, because it's export. Yeah, that looks good to me. And then the rupee scene. Maybe you should check if the file exists before trying to load it. It should only be able to exist if you select it from here. Let's see what the crash is gonna be. Okay, it works. Rupee works perfectly. And then we could do all the fancy schmancy stuff. Sure, but it's always good coding practice to make sure assets exist. Alright. Is that it? Hold on. File exists. Yes. Hope I did that right. Cool. And let's just try. Rupee. Works. Set it back. Alright. Now let's change all the other pickups to do same. Yeah, there wasn't the rupee sound the second time. The second time I didn't want to show because I changed the name. Key. Bam. Oh, why don't I just... I'd rather this be, all this stuff be separate. That's what I meant to do a second ago. So all of these scripts have to look like this. I'd honestly rather make these inbuilt scripts so they don't have to clog up this, but whatever. We'll be, as soon as I do that, I'll be looking for them. So bam, bam, hearts. Oops. Yeah, this works. Or this should work. If this works, then it works for me. That works. I didn't change the sound for this. That's expected. Cool. Now let's just change the sound effect for the key. We want oh, I have to make this able to disappear. I believe I did that with the rupees already. Yep. Sound is key. Alright, yeah, I like this. This works. This works well. That was wrong. Incorrect. Key. Key wave. Come on, buddy. The rupee worked fine. Did I not save the scene? Oh, it's because... I know why. I know why. Because this hasn't been... Oh, whatever. Now it should work? If I re-instance it, then it'll work. It should work. Cool! Cool. Alright, that's good. Everything's working as if you play around with that, you have to make sure that anything you already placed is set. But yeah. Cool. Pickups are working. Now the point of all that is I wanted to make the sword able to pick them up. So I'm gonna put this in. Oh wait. Oh. I could, cause I'm not trying to change any of that, so I could keep this here. Cause the sword isn't a body, so it won't be affected by that, but it does have an area. And I could use the area. Oh, wait. Will this work? Maybe? I gotta change the name of body entered and area entered and stuff to make it make more sense, but that worked! Ha! Cool. It won't break easily because the body entered will make sure that it's still the player. It looks dumb, but it won't break. Because if the sword is being used by a different enemy, then it's the enemy's name isn't player. So it works pretty well. I don't like the 2 get parents. What's the shorter way of doing 2 get parents? I don't know, but this I like this. Ha! I'm happy. Oh, cool. That worked quicker than I thought. Can you still use root? No, because I have to... It's the sword's parent. Will that... No, because by that point, because it's checking the sword, which is already part of the scene tree, so the root is gonna be, the viewport of the testing. The 2 get parent. I could split it up into... I could make it more readable. That'll work, but this will make more sense. I gotta change these function names. Wait, hold on. Previously I used body, but that confused me a whole bunch. Area parent, how about that? Then you don't have to have 2 get parents on top of each other. It's the same thing, but I feel like fewer people will call me out on it. That's cool. This works. It's working quite well. I'm glad the using body entry wound up working well. And bam, dead. Kind of makes the code longer, but it makes, yeah, for sure. I mean, there's a lot of stuff, especially when I'm making tutorials, where I split something that could have been 1 line into many more lines. And I started realizing that when I started doing the first text tutorial. For instance, you could make all of this 1 line. I'm not gonna do it. You can. This is 1 line's worth of stuff, but I didn't want to have to explain what that 1 line meant in a video. So I'll use how much memory 4 variables uses. Yeah, especially since I'm not commenting my code. My comments are the fact that everything I'm doing is in a video and I can watch the video to see exactly what I meant. But I should start commenting my code. But if I looked at one line of code that meant that, I'd be like, what the hell was I doing? Once the quote-unquote season 1 is done, I'll have the full commented code for all of it. For that first bit of tutorial. I'm really happy the sword can pick up items now. That just makes me look at your code from 2 years ago. What was I thinking there? I mean, yeah. I still pretty much understand all of it, but it's probably because I've been in contact with this trying to make the new project. For the most part, I could see what I was thinking, but I am still hating myself. Especially for the inventory. I think this could have been one line, min function. The main thing was this. Don't do this. This is bad coding practice. Yeah, arrays probably. Now that I know. Okay, actually, I could do the inventory. I'm not gonna do it tonight, but I'm feeling a lot more comfortable with how I'm gonna do the inventory because of the hearts. There's instantiating the scenes and not heart. Doing this, the positioning, I'm just gonna have a few of these for each row. But it'll be the same thing as the hearts. Just create a new array, add each one of these items will be like what the heart scene is, and then have a whole bunch of those and position them as they should be. And then the left and right arrow keys will add one to the index and then set the frame to the currently selected one, and then up and down will like add or subtract 4, and then we'll use arrow 2 99. Yeah, I should do that for. It's actually always going to be minus 66. It's always going to be minus... Hold on. I was just about to solve a problem with another problem. And these are... $35. Okay, what did I just mess up? Math. 64? 64 sounds like what the width should be. Alright, y is gonna be 4. I'd rather use vector 2. vector 3? Well, I also need the height, because, so, I think I'm going to do size, offset maybe. I like offset. That sounds 4 and 8. Also, this should still be X. I'd rather this be plus than have this negative, so you know that it's... Next time, copy and paste the original code and count. Yeah, for sure. Oh, I should test this out with more. Was it 64? It was! Cool! That works. That's better. Now, was I doing something else before I got distracted by this? This should also be its own. Oh, I'd like to get this. I could get this down to I should be able to get this down to have infinite rows, right? Have a maybe a for loop and wait, hold on. I'll think about this later. I could definitely get this down to infinite rows and have one... Yeah, I have an idea on how I want to do it. But... I'm not going to do it right now. Yeah, I just have to multiply it by the heart offset times whatever row it's at, right? I'll do it later. I'll do it later. Heart position equals times row. How about sword that shoots on full health? Hell yeah, that sounds fun. No, I'll do that right now. Let's make a quick sprite for that. It'll just create another thing like the arrow. How about for now, let's have it shoot arrows. And then, yeah, exactly, you just said it, cool. So, okay, animation finished. I'd like to be able to tell it to do a function here. I know you could call functions from here, but for some reason I can never get it to work. It'll be switching out the graphic and adding a flashing animation for the final product. Yeah, it'll be easy. Could I have Could I make the sword use item from the entity script? No, I shouldn't do it. I should just create a new one. Yeah, I'll just create a new one. Why do all the fancy schmancy stuff? Let's create a new function. Make a function that grabs a reference to the player or HUD to check the health value first. Right now I'm just gonna have the sword always do it so I could get it working, and then I'll just I'll name that something better. If get parent dot health equals get parent dot max health. There. I want it to work for all enemies, kinda. Maybe. We'll see. And I'm just putting it here so I could think better. Beam equals preload 0. Beam position equals position. Beam move direction equals parents move. Yeah. Who else is watching? Anyone? Because I know there's 6 people watching. I'm just wondering if anyone from Discord is. Oh, hey, Danny. Cool, cool. Will this work? Okay. Yeah, the the 2 people that I thought were gonna be here. Alright, what's broken? Because I didn't add child yet. Oh, because I didn't instance it. Sorry, gotta do this. Because I want the sword's user's parent. I don't care. Ouch! 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 Okay. Beam type. Her. Oh, last move direction. That was silly. So, this stuff is gonna be different when I have a different scene for the laser swords. But right now, a lot of the stuff is redundant and is also in the arrows. So, what? You do have a sprite direction. What are you talking about? You don't. I'll just... Well, what is it? This. Lots of redundancy. Does that work? No. So it needs better positioning. Also, let's see if it works at not full health. It does not. Cool, that works. Oh, that's pretty cool. It needs positioning. And you know what? I'll do that once I do the actual sword beam. I'm not gonna mess around with it in code. It'll be part of the sword beam's animation. But that's cool. Awesome. Also, I could set the once that happens, I could set the max amount to 1, so it can only have one sword beam out. I'll play around with that later. The arrows aren't colliding with the walls, which is interesting. Why isn't it? Yeah, me too. Oh, because I have this on to start. So what happens if I just... Oh, I could get rid of all this. Pfft. Oops. I'll do this first. Let's try with this. It might kill me again. No. Pfft. Oops. That's a lot of work for that. Preload and load. Preload, it'll load all the instances to memory. I'm pretty sure this is what it is. Preloaded loads all the instances to memory right when the whole scene loads. The reason you would use load is you can't preload if you're telling it to do something that it's not sure exactly what it's gonna be. For instance, if like if you're messing with the string, so it might be a different file, you have to use load. What am I trying to say? You gotta use load if it's not exactly sure what it's gonna be. Wait. I could explain this better. 1 second. Like if a room spawns random enemies. Yeah, depending on how you do it. You could preload all the enemies first and then spawn them in randomly from like an array of preload. Shh, I didn't say anything. Am I making any sense? If it's a set thing, this is exactly what it's going to play anytime that code is run. You use preload and it's faster. You could always use load for the same things that you use preload for. It's just loads it right then and there instead of at the beginning of the scene. That's the simple explanation. Preloaded is when the scene starts. Load is it loads it right when it's called in code. When you have to use preload and load depends on how you're calling the thing you're loading. You know? I like this a lot. Yeah, once I do the sword video, I'm gonna include sword beams, because I don't have the holding out logic yet or spin attacks or anything, so it'll be like Zelda 1. That's all the sword could do in Zelda 1. Except now it'll also swing. And if I'm hit, nope, 5. Damn it! Don't hit me that much. Come on, guys. I'm trying to make a point here. Ugh. Hold on. Give me hearts. Whatever, you get it. I also wanna kill the player real quick. We actually got a lot done today, I think. We got these sword beams. We got all the pickup code redone. We got the player could die now. We redid the heart code. This is a solid stream. Got another three episodes done. Health is in globals. Actually, I'm not actually doing anything with the global script yet, but I'll get to that later. That stuff was making my brain hurt too much, so I gotta refresh. The sword beam's looking pretty good, even though it's not a sword beam, but you know. Does the beam pick up items? I certainly hope not. No, it doesn't, because it doesn't have the name. It doesn't have the sword name. Once the sword beam is made, it's a totally separate thing than the sword. Oh, that was. I like when things just work right away. I'm really happy with the sword beam. Well, you can make it unique from Zelda and add that. Yeah. What if, I mean, I could do that, like, right now. This won't work. Shit. This won't work, right? No. I would, but that's kind of. Oh, are you gonna make a beam sprite right now? I could make. I'm actually, because the beam sprite's just based off of the sword. I actually want to do this one myself. Make it a group that can pick up items instead of specific to the player. Yes, I should do that. I should do that. Well, theoretically, there shouldn't be that many things that could pick up items. Actually, I think I want to... Well, do I want to do all this right now? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So it's going to be... And you can have assistance support from buddies. Actually, what I would like to include in this tutorial is multiplayer. I'd have to switch all the things where I'm checking the player to check a group of players. and I'd also have to change the HUD around a lot. But multiplayer is feasible for later. No, incorrect. This one. Oh, I should rotate these. Which way do the arrows face? The tip is facing right. Oh, incorrect. Sword beam. Load runner clone. What's load runner? Hold on. Oh, I've seen that. Separate animation play. So obviously the colors will be better later. Should I even... I'm not even gonna change the script, right? Oh, no, I should. I'll have it inherit. For the most part, it is the same. Is there a way to make a tool script that creates the animations for you? From what I understand, you can make a tool script that does anything for you. I just haven't. Animation flashing is a little too fast. Is it? It should be kind of flashy. We'll see in game. Hold on. Well, you're not. That's incorrect. Yes, there is a function called start. No, it's called play. Just kidding. Sorry. Did not mean to accuse you. Work better. What are you doing? What animation not found? Oh, do I need to tell it which animation? I did loop it, I think. Pretty sure I looped it. Well, now it works. See, that's not seizure if it's 1% of the screen. It could be faster. Let's do 20. But that's how they did, like... Alright, it doesn't look good because I can't sprite well. But I kind of like this. This looks pretty cool. That looks cool, admit it. Someone say it looks cool. Ah, fine. There, how's that? No, we'll do 2.5. I like the fast. I like the fast a lot. One more frame, but do the fast? That's what I'm hearing. Well, if you like this one, I'll keep it on this one. Whatever. I'll have totally different sprites later. Someone who knows more about colors than me. Let's just try really fast. If you don't like this, close your eyes now. Does it cap out? Because that doesn't seem that fast. Or maybe it's so fast that it can't show enough frames per second. Whatever. 2.5. Now we have to mess with the positioning. The slow looks dumb. Here, how about I get less conflicting colors? 2 colors, but it alternates between the same stuff. You like the position being off? I'm gonna fix it and see what's better. But yeah, it doesn't really bother me either. You know what these should be? These should be the same colors as the Hurt palette. Unless they already are. No, they're slightly off. Have some. Let's try this. I remember when Steam removed the /me and that was the worst day of my life. Alright, let's see if this works. Three frames, but I don't know what the third frame would be. Yeah, I don't necessarily love this. I liked the other one a lot, actually. One frame is a solid color. Weapons. No, items. Oh, I have it open. Cool. What about 4 frames then? White to red. Let's try that. This is gonna hurt Danny again. Let's just see how this looks. Hate it. Terrible. And if you pause them, they used to. Yeah, because it looked dumb. That's why I made you feel weird. I feel like if I'm gonna do solid colors, I should have one of each, you know? Too fast. Slow down. Well, I'm trying to fix it. It has to be. Shut up. Wait, hold on. And now crank it up to, let's try 10. And it's better. This is okay. It's a lot smoother than just the two solid colors. Yeah, this is good. I don't like the colors though. Why isn't it? Oh. Too slow? I'll speed it up. Let's try twice as fast. I love that. I don't. Does that hurt your eyes? Because I love how this looks. If you don't like it, then just get hit. This is it. This is it. Maybe adjusting the colors a little bit. But I love this. And I do want to change the positioning a little bit. What I think I could do is add this to the sprite and move it over for everything it has to be. Oh, I forgot Pixel Snap is broken. So, for... Oh! Does that work? Do I have to do this? Hold on. I'm thinking. Because I just, I can't move. Can I move this? Because I think I'm using... No, this... Actually, yeah. This... I should be able to just move this. Let me try it. When facing right, let's set position to... I'm gonna guess 4. I could do it in code. Or I could put the sprite in here. I feel like just having another... Putting both of these in the Node 2D. And also, does this mess with all of these? No, cool. It remembers. The Node remembers. then I could change the position here. See what I'm doing? Oh, that's gonna crash again. What should I call this? I don't know what to call this. No, it's not offset. What this is because I need to change the position in this animation of the thing to be a little down. If I could change the positions of both of these. But I don't want to. This is good. Alright, no, I guess I could just change the position of both of them. Why am I making this harder than it has to be? You just need to set the position of the beam to where the player is at the moment the sword is swung. Well, it's not where the player is. It has to be plus a certain offset. This will work. Oops. Centered would even work because presumably they are moving. I don't think I like this. This is it. This works. This is exactly how I want it. That's it. This is the winner. Oops. Incorrect. Oh, because I didn't actually do it. No, I did. What am I? Because the rotation's all weird. Why are these working perfectly? Why is that working? Wait, I didn't do those. Subposition of the beam to the final position. Well, yeah, that's what I was doing. The issue is there's no issue. I didn't do up and down yet, but they're working. Did I not have to do any of those? Hold on. No. Oh. Oops. I'm gonna undo these. Wait a second. It's not a good problem to have because something's gonna end up not working the way it seems, and I'm never gonna realize it again. So I'm gonna fix this so it works exactly how I want it to, even if it's worse. It was at the center of Link's sprite because Link always stabbed in the center of his body. And that's actually how I have it working in, that's how I have it working in the videos. So in the videos... No, in the videos I do want the swinging sword. But this could be added pretty easily. Because it's like this in the current tutorial. Oh, I don't even have sound effects yet. How quaint. Anyway, I gotta... Theoretically, up, down, and right should work one way. Correctly. No, right's wrong, but left is right. This is gonna work. Oh, but at that point... I think I see... Yeah. I see your messages are coming out one time after each other, I think. Okay, I get this now. Should be that low, should be lower. Oh, okay. I'm gonna do exactly what I had it do when it was working. And stop thinking about it. But that's wrong. That's right. Bam. Bam. I think I know why. Curious, why did you make the hitbox only? I don't know. Well, the hitbox looked better when it was on the arrow. But yeah, I could totally have it fill the whole thing. Well, it was like that for the arrow, and just wanted the arrow to, just the arrow tip to do it. Because if you walk into the shaft of an arrow, then it shouldn't damage you. But if you walk into an energy beam, then it should damage you. So. Alright. It's working. This is what I had it at before. I'm not gonna question it. I'm kind of understanding it too. This is good. Cool! Sword beams. That was not planned for the tutorials, but whatever. That's cool. I needed to have a new script because I don't like the ting ting. Actually, I kind of like the ting. No, it needs a whole sound effect and stuff. This is still also playing the sound effect. The original had like the wow 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 when it came out, and then like a wah. God, I'm making stupid sound effects. It had like a energy explosion sort of thing, I think. Let's see. Sword beam extends arrow. Oops. I haven't played the original in a few years, actually. I think the last time I played it, or few years, I haven't played it since probably when it came out on 3DS, I think. Yeah, because I think I got it for free on 3DS. The first time I played it, because or my dad had an NES. The first console that I felt like I could say was mine was this, was his Super Nintendo, but then I ended up playing and getting more games for it. But the first console I had that could play Zelda 1 was the GameCube with Collector's Edition. That was my first. That was also my first experience with Majora's Mask, and Zelda 2. And I didn't beat Zelda 2 until I got it on 3DS, same time as I got Zelda 1. Okay. old PC games outside of Doom are kind of... Yeah, I mean, I don't really know many PC games before Doom. I didn't have Doom on PC. I got into classic Doom somewhat recently, like in the last probably 2012-ish. Before that, on my computer, I played Roller Coaster Tycoon and just whatever other. I don't remember what else I had on Windows 95. What was I doing? I have the sound effects, cool. Sword beam. Let's copy that and change it. Oh, I don't have sound effects yet. I still want to keep using the Zelda ones, just for now. That's really loud. Oh my god. Wind Waker wasn't really a... Wind Waker was a definite mainline Zelda game. Like, on the same level as Ocarina and Twilight and Skyward Sword and all that. Because Wind Waker, if you care about the Zelda timeline, which is totally understandable if you don't, Wind Waker was a whole new branch. I love Wind Waker so much, and I'm playing through it with a friend right now. One of the alternate timelines. It's definitely the timeline that matters the least, in my opinion. Because it's the adult timeline, the one at the end of Ocarina of Time that you forget exists when you get sent back to the child timeline, which everyone thinks of as the main timeline. But then there's the Downfall timeline, which is my favorite because that has Link to the Past, the Oracle games, blah blah blah. So what is... Here, we'll start with that. Oh, that's cool! Downfall is Ocarina of Time failing. All of them branch off from Ocarina of Time. I think specifically it's after... I think it's when he's still Ganondorf. Because it's Ganon in Downfall. But I think it's Ganondorf kills Link. And then he's able to transform himself into Ganon, but still smart. Like, because at the end of Ocarina of Time, Ganon, the Ganon that he turns into is, like, Mindless Beast Ganon, which we get in, like, later in the Downfall timeline. But Link to the Past, Ganon was so smart. Link is Ganon? I don't think so. I don't see where you got that. I mean, two sides of the same coin, they're three sides of the same three-sided coin, because it's the Triforce. Yeah, none of them can exist without the other. It's Zelda, Ganon, and Zelda. Zelda, Ganon, and Link. Like, if you played Skyward Sword, I never completed Skyward Sword, I just know the general plot of it. But that's, Skyward Sword covers the creation of that, of the Triforce. Not the creation of the Triforce, but the creation of the 3 people who have the Triforce. And yeah. I never played Sonic, Danny. Zelda's there, but not in Zelda games. Zelda is there, but not in NPC, so it can't be more often than not. Is there a 4th sword slash sound? Am I missing one? Oh no. I only have... Oh. Whoa. It's a whole new world. Is that the one I already have? Hold on. No, it's different. Marginally different. Wow, all this time, there's a whole nother sword sound. Oh. Why did I do this? The 5. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, keep going. You know what? Forget it. I'm confused. Oh, I can't hear it because the freaking sword beam. Okay, it's muted. Because it's not loading. That's why. Was this not working a long time ago, so I just never bothered with it? I'm gonna guess that's the case. It also sounds very similar to Sword Swing 3, so I don't care. So what's the sound effect for the sword shoot blam? Ugh. Uh-oh. It's going from green to yellow, but it hasn't gone to red on my screen yet. Please don't talk. Awesome. I just want to hear how it sounds. Please use it before the end of this episode. I can't tell. The audio is so off. I did notice that it shoots pretty dang fast.
I'm gonna keep the little pink sound for now.
We got the cool wow. Why is it? What's wrong? Oh, maybe it was working. Maybe it's because I did 6, because I'm dumb. Is that the sound effect from Galaga? I don't know. What sound effect? It's definitely not the shoot. Is it? I don't know. I love this a lot. I really like this. Actually, I'd like to show off auto tile right now. Plus, Galaga's everywhere. There's a way to... I looked last week. If there's a way for me to turn off the screen timer too fast thing, I would. But I don't know how. Oh, you know what I should add? Maybe this will be the last thing. It's almost 2 a.m. where I am. Is the sound too loud? No. I want to add doors that you had to kill all the enemies in the room before they open. Also, I don't even know if turning down my window sound turns up or down the stream sound. I never tested it. Oh my god, I love that so much. It's almost like this is a game. Dude, I'll make Zelda. You know what I really hope to get in the next Smash? Because Smash for 3DS had Smash Run, which is like City Trial from Kirby's Air Ride, which is basically a battle royale, right? So that's popular. Why don't they just make Smash Run good? The main issue was everything was instanced, so you can't see any other players in your instance, and then the only time it matters is at the last fight. If they just get Smash Ultimate and then fix Smash Run, it'll be cool. It wasn't exactly a battle royale because most of them are enemies, but if the other players were there and you could help or mess with the other players, that would have been awesome. The City Trial was super fun. 50-player Bomberman. I'm surprised no one made. Oh, this is.
That. What?
You could do this?
Everyone just start.
You could do this? That's awesome!
That
That's
just
unrelated.
dropping.
Whatever. Alright. I saw a video of. It might have been the same guy, but Terraria. But they filled the player cap. By the way, if anyone plays Terraria and knows how to play modded Terraria, if you want to play with me, I really want to play multiplayer, but none of my friends do. Because every time we play Terraria, it's just a week straight of just that, and I don't get tired with it like other people. I love the sword beam. Oh dude, I have 1,000 hours in Terraria, but I still have no idea how people speedrun that game. It's too scary. Anything could mess you up. Like, you could do 100 runs and you just won't have the right roll for it. Then some people do seeded runs. But at that point, what's the point? I don't know. The coolest, so usually with Terraria speedruns, you dupe items, and that's a huge part of the run. Someone beats the world record for any percent with dupes, without dupes, and like she hadn't uploaded anything on her channel for like. Hold on, is that Moblin hurting things with his arrows? No. But she hasn't uploaded anything in like 2 years or something like that, and then all of a sudden, hey, I beat the world record, no dupes. It was ridiculous. Alright, what did I say I was gonna do? I was gonna do the enemy doors. So let's get the tile for that. Sorry, this is a paid asset, so I shouldn't show this off. I mean, the game's fun. It's a fun game. You know, I could probably make these the black and white and have the colors changeable, but I don't think I care that much. Okay. This one actually took me a while to figure out on my old practice file. So I think one thing that I wanted to do eventually in the series is have different cameras so that you walk into this room and the room's wider and it scrolls different. It doesn't do the Zelda screen scrolling, it follows the player. And I know how to do it, but certain stuff is gonna break with it. In fact, a lot of things are already broken with it, so who cares? I'm not gonna worry about it. That'll be for a future tutorial. Okay. So I get what room it is. I don't need all this. I'll see if the camera here, this is what I'll do. Probably even make this say how many enemies are present. Might be able to do fun stuff with that. I just don't remember what the syntax is for arguments. Hold on. Oops. Signal with R. Oh, you just do it. Cool. For body in what about enemies presented, new enemies versus enemies even? Well, that could be for something else. Right now I just want to know exactly how many enemies are in the current scene. Not what entered or exited, just what's in there already. For body and area dot get overlapping. And now that I'm doing this, I could probably get rid of all of this. Or no, I can just get rid of this. Whatever. Pause on this option, play enemies. Hold on, let me 1 second. Swung 1 second. If body about to check if something includes something else. Hooray. We'll highlight. Okay. Let's see if this works. Of course not. What do you mean there's no length? Size? Size. Size. Zero enemies on screen, 4 enemies on screen, 0 enemies on screen. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. 4, 6. One times one. Look at the death animation again. Nice. Cool, that works. Now I just need the door to, when the player leaves the door area, close if there's enemies on screen. I'll just connect it to that signal. I gotta make the door though. That's step 1. This is probably gonna be the last thing. I'm not tired, but I need to sleep. Wait. Should this be in area 2D? Yes. No. Yes. Yes. No. No. Okay. But it needs an area 2D. Also needs a sprites. Collision shape. That will be 8 and 16. And it's going to be the same exact collision shape for this guy. Yeah. Oh, need to save this to tiles. Okay. So I gotta connect get parent, or no, get node. What's it called? Camera. What am I connecting? Enemies present. Cool. Cool. Wait, should I do a signal? I think a variable would be better. No, signal. Yes. Okay. Hold on. Yeah, no signal. No signal. Don't need a signal. Just set it to that. Not sure why I wanted signal. Okay, so forget all that. But area, connect, body, exited, self, body, exited. If body name equals layer. And hold on. I didn't place one down. While it closes, I just need it to open. We'll have these. Right. All of this should be in here. Let's see. Cool. Well, it needs sound effects. And I'm going to continue to these. Could also use an animation. So, first will be invisible, and will be visible. Collision shape will first be disabled, then be enabled. Also needs to play a sound effect. But I should do that in code. Right? Hold on. Let's just do do the animations first. This is just the opposite. Okay. Oh, be close. Should be a lot faster. No. If enemies are present, open. Why are you closed? Did I name these the opposites of what they're supposed to be? Oh. That's open. That's closed. What are you doing then? Oh. Cause I'm dumb. Okay, don't do that. Assigned animation. Cool. Needs to be much faster and have sound effects. And you know what? I will... No, I will not. I'll just do it here. That one. Oh, yes. Ta-da! Is anyone still there? I'm really excited about that. Hello? I don't know if anyone's been talking. Hello? Anyone there? Okay, hi. Thought I was just talking to myself for the last 2 minutes. I guess I'm done. Actually did a lot. Whole lot this week. Yeah. It's been about 4 hours now. I guess that's good. See y'all.